Brake repair job, 1970 Volkswagen van, removal of nut, retaining clip, bearing, drum. Okay, let's see this. What does that? We're going to remove this nut. That's going to come off. Now, the one on one side of the vehicle rotates one way, and the one on the other side rotates the other way. That way, when the vehicle is rolling forward, it doesn't spin off the nuts and have your wheel come flying off. So that might help to remember how, you can just kind of look in there and you can see which way the thread goes right at the end. Right? Then you know to twist the other way or that way. Adjustable crescent wrench on there. There we go. Not terribly difficult, right? Up. And a spin. Now then, before we go any further, recognize what side is outermost. So let's back up. Okay. We need to know what feature on here so that this side, the side at which we're looking, is facing this way, because it'll obviously go on this way or the other way. Now, there we go. This portion here, hold on. This portion here is further out than this portion. We're going to have to see what the other side looks like. This is why you take pictures with your phone when you do this. This is why I'm making this video. Okay, there. See how that? See, there's a bit of a lip. This sticks out further than this part. This part would be closer to us. There, see that? And we'll see what it looks like when you get it out. Might not be visible on this, or might not be apparent on this video. So we have a commentary. So don't screw up your life. Like, really? You couldn't have just posted it? Okay, now let's see what it looks like when we get it down on the ground. Let's see if I showed that. No, I didn't. Not in this video. It looks like, uh-oh, that's not good. Okay, so we're going to come back to that part. All right, hopefully, I will make a note of that, and hopefully we'll figure out which side goes out. We compare the different sides. Now then, what comes out next? I think it's a round retaining washer with a little tab on it. That's hard to see in this video. Wonderful video. Okay, there it is. Let me back it up a little here. Pause it right there. That screwed it up again. One more time. There we go. So this is a circle. I don't know if that was apparent, but this little tab is sticking out on the inside of this washer. Now, I'm not sure if there we go. I'm not sure if this side of the washer is the same as that side of the washer. I'm guessing it is. So that's another issue. See, this is why we have a commentary video. And now for the bearing. The bearing, I believe, is tapered. The narrow end of the bearing goes in the wheel. Goes in that way. Basically, if the bearing was a witch's hat, you're sticking the top of the witch's hat into there. If the bearing was a witch's hat and you cut off the top of the witch's hat, there you go, cut it halfway off, right? Cut the tip off. Cut the top of the witch's hat, the top half of it off, and stick it in there. Maybe it was an orange parking cone, right? Cut the top half of the parking cone off, right? And the narrow end gets stuck in there. So that the narrow end, not the wider end, goes inside, I believe, is the way it works. Let's see here. See here? There we go. Now, for the bearing, the bearing, I believe, is tapered. The narrow end of the bearing goes in the wheel. Goes in that way. Basically, if the bearing was a witch's hat, you're sticking the top of the witch's hat into there. If the bearing was a witch's hat and you cut off the top of the witch's hat, there you go, cut it halfway off, right? Cut the top of the witch's hat off and stick it in there. Maybe it was an orange parking cone, right? Cut the top half of the parking cone off, right? And the narrow end gets stuck in there. So the narrow end, not the wider end, goes inside. I believe, is the way it works. See here. That's why we have a commentary video. And the wheel drum is loose. Pulling it off. Now, here's where it gets dangerous. Well, I guess it was dangerous before. Did you see that I had the jack stand there? Let's see the jack stand. There's a jack stand on the left side of the screen there. See the orange jack stand? You want to have this on the jack stand. Do not work on the floor jack. Do not work on whatever jack you have. It must be on a stand. Not the jack. The stand. The jack stand. Anticipate the vehicle falling forward, which is why that tire is underneath the vehicle. Tire and wheel is underneath the vehicle. There's the jack stand. I took care of a guy who... There's the wheel underneath the vehicle. I took care of a guy who had the vehicle. He was working on the vehicle, had it on the jack. He was under it. It fell off the jack stand, crushed his chest. And so for the rest of, I don't know how many years, I think it was in his 30s when he did it, he's on a ventilator floor in a hospital. Greasy. Ooh, super greasy. Here's at what we're looking. You can't tell this if you don't know anything about brakes, but here's what we're looking. See all this greasy, shiny gunk, right? And then all this clumps of stuff here. Look at that. It's not supposed to be like that. You'll see the new drums, or the new shoes, right? It doesn't look like that. It's not supposed to look like that. Now, not only is this part going to be greasy, but the inside of the wheel drum is going to be greasy too. See, it's all greasy in there. It's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be nice and smooth. It's not supposed to... See the chunky bits right there? It's not supposed to have chunky bits. Right there too. We'll clean all that off in a minute. Clean off all that in a minute.
Not good.
Ooh. Look at all that grease up in there. Look at all that right along here. Ugh. No wonder the car didn't stop well. Okay. The wheel is not supposed to have grease inside the drum. It's supposed to stop the car. You got greasy drums. The vehicle's not going to stop. See all that grease in there? Ew. That grease along there. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, look, you can see the lip right there, right? Remember that lip is sticking out further than there? I wonder what the other side is. Doing, we'll see. Ah, this sucker broke. This whole thing leaked brake fluid, and that got this all gunky. Oh, see, all the springs are gunky. Now these spring placements are going to be in the next couple of videos. You got to know your spring placement. See, they kind of loop up in here, and they loop up in there as well. Anyway, I would like to point out that there is a tube coming out of here. Be prepared for the guy at the Volkswagen store to sell you the wrong tube. Because they did with me, and guess who got angry? Me? No, they did. Oh yeah, copped an attitude. Guys, next time, just sell me the proper damn part, right? So I don't have to make 3 trips to the flippin' auto parts store, you jackasses. Anyway, these things go bad all the time. Yep. And that's that.